Street art is one of the most popular forms of art today. Where does it come from? Some say that it has existed since the time of cave drawings and wall paintings in ancient history. Others believe that it was the first ever tag in 1967 in Philadelphia, USA. Since then, street art has become a global phenomenon. Hello and welcome to another edition of Expat Living. Now in this week's episode we've come all the way down here to Đà Nẵng city. The place is known for global integration and innovation, and what better way to prove this but street art. So with no further ado, let's meet one of the expat artists here in the city called Nghệ. So what is the relationship between Nghệ and the local artist like? Let's follow him in a paint job to understand the local street arts culture. Having received permission to paint on a wall, Nghệ and the crew are now preparing all the tools and paint for a long day of street arts fun.
Em là sinh viên kiến trúc nên em thích vẽ màu. Nó thể hiện được cái tôi của mình, và khi em vẽ thì em thấy mình tự do hơn, thoải mái hơn, không bị áp lực trong cuộc sống.
Working with a local artist is just great fun because, you know, it's good to have their styles in the mix, and they've got different ideas and they bring new things to the table, so it's just good to get that, and we're all getting into it. Yeah.
Thỉnh thoảng được làm việc với một số bạn nước ngoài thì mình biết được những skill mới hơn, cách làm việc thoải mái hơn.
To learn more about Nghệ style and the way he makes a living, we've come all the way here to Not Pop Art Studio to check out his arsenal of artworks and learn a few moves in painting. Hey man, how you doing?
Hey man, how are you?
Nice studio you've got here.
Thank you.
So first of all, why Nghệ?
Knee-jerk means automatic reaction, so doing without thinking. So kind of just a commentary on that, really. I don't really define my style so much. I try not to think about that too much. I try to just focus on painting and what I have to do that day, you know, rather than trying to label myself or put myself in a box. I don't really do that. Yeah, I kind of just go with the flow and paint whatever I want, whenever I want, kind of thing. I was going through like a deep geometric phase, designing stuff on computer, then working with stencils and spray paint. And that's just the result of kind of a couple of weeks of hard work. and the one behind me as well is John Lennon in our specific style. It's a collaboration again, me and Yo-Yo. There's often like meanings kind of hidden in there, but I kind of like to leave it to people like yourself or anyone who's looking at the art to kind of, work it out for themselves. Okay, I've got more artwork on the street. Would you like to have a look at that?
All right, very sweet.
Yeah.
Let's get rolling. Alright, so we're now at school. What have we got?
This is just some commissioned artwork that I've done, mainly just to give students a bit of inspiration and maybe some motivational quotes here and there that I painted up on the walls. Really just positive messages. I'm not interested in like negativity and bad-minded things, so just positive thinking and onwards and upwards.
Okay, so why have you picked the colours and the designs that you have used for this?
Just, friendly pastel colours. Designs were just based on some stuff I was kind of developing at the time, and just some lettering and kind of abstract shape forms that I'm kind of always kind of working on developing.
I think it's really great. Like it make the work, the classroom so alive, and you can energize the student. And I got a really good feedback from the teacher too. They really love that.
I've just messaged her on Facebook.
Alright, so where are we now?
Okay, this is 1812 Boutique Hostel. I did some artwork here for them, here in the reception, just some branding and kind of associated artwork. Concept really was just kind of following on from their branding, just a bit of like subtle shapes and colours and kind of nice atmospheric artwork for the reception room.
Well, actually, I saw some of his artwork, and I think it's suitable for all my guests to stay here during the time. I think his style is actually like very, very modern, and I think all my backpackers dress, they're gonna love it because it's gonna make the atmosphere very lovely, chill out, and relaxing.
upstairs, just following on the theme of kind of nice, homely, kind of looking artwork, you know, nothing too colourful, nothing too crazy, just kind of subtle shapes and colours.
We have followed a street art tour in Da Nang. What makes this tour even more special is that the guide is not any guide but an insider who has lived in Vietnam for nearly 5 years.
I'm happy to show people. I like to show people the street art around. I like that people have an interest in that, and it's growing. It'll grow fast. Many people are going to come through. Many tourists who paint going to come through, going to paint here. Young kids growing up in Da Nang are going to come out here and paint.
Knee-Jerk Street Art Tour introduces any enthusiasts to the emerging passion for street art in Vietnam.
The flavor here is very much a combination of Eastern and Western influences, which reflect the people who are doing it. You know, it's not Vietnamese guys trying to paint Western. They're really coming out and they're really showing their culture in the work. You know, I mean, I just look at it and I see the possibilities. I see the youth in this country. I see the aspirations. I see, you know, the desire to make everything better. And it's being blended with Western guys doing their thing, and it just creates an artistic bridge across cultures.
This stuff's cool, and this is Asian graffiti as well. It's just a world. Like, you look at a wall and there's just so much going on. There's so much vibrancy and passion through graffiti there.
So how has Western graffiti mixed with Vietnamese street art?
The multiculturalism of the artists that come through to paint, that just adds to the different styles that you see on the wall. So you've got different ideas to me, your art's going to look different to mine. Okay, it's going to be a real mishmash of many different styles. Eventually we're going to see loads of different artwork from different artists, and everyone's unique, so everyone's got their own style, and yeah.
Not only does the British street artist enjoy working with the local artists, he also has a lot of fun with the expat and local kids in his arts classes.
You can draw on paper, you can draw on a wall. Yeah, they're young and full of ideas, so of course that's inspiring for me. So they get inspired from me, I think, and then I get inspired from them as well.
I like art and I really like turtles, and I got to draw a turtle.
A little bit like that.
I think he's fun because he talks a lot. What I like about him is his jeans covered in paint. He's really nice to us.
Do you know?
I like about him because he is an artist and he paints pretty well. I like to do this because we can paint the wall or whatever we want. We can let our imagination go wild.
Insects off plants. No time to think of consequences. Show yourself. Take only what you need from it. A family of trees wanted to be.
We hope that you enjoyed our little journey strolling through the streets of Da Nang. And why don't you come down here and check it out for yourself, because there's no better way but to look at them with your own eyes. So with no further ado, let's check out our section of Time Out.
Millions of people died. Large parts of the country's environment were heavily damaged. The consequence of the wars in Vietnam was enormous. What remains from these wars?
They're not only physical remnants, but also memories, pains, and untold stories about the severity of the wars in Vietnam that you might never heard of. Well, follow me in today's Time Out to the War Remnant Museum in Ho Chi Minh City.
Established in 1975, the War Remnants Museum is one of the most popular museums in Vietnam, attracting about 750,000 visitors each year, 70% of whom are international visitors.
Đây là bảo tàng đầu tiên trong thành phố Hồ Chí Minh được xây dựng mới sau ngày giải phóng miền Nam thống nhất đất nước. Trong 5 năm gần đây thì bảo tàng liên tục được trang web và du lịch quốc tế TripAdvisor bình chọn là một trong 25 bảo tàng hấp dẫn nhất châu Á.
What attracts visitors to this museum is the collection of 20,000 wartime documents and exhibits, 1,500 of which are on frequent display. Large-sized exhibits such as U.S. armored vehicles, artillery pieces, bombs, and infantry weapons are on display outside. One corner of the grounds is devoted to the French prisons, with artifacts including the notorious tiger cages used to house political prisoners, and many more.
Well, one of the remnants that strike me the most is this guillotine. It was brought to Vietnam by the French in early 20th century to execute prisoners. And during the American War in Vietnam, this was once again brought to all over southern Vietnam to decapitate Vietnamese patriots. And the way it is operated is that the prisoner's head would be locked in between here and about 4.5 meters high up over there, a huge blade that weighs up to 50 kilograms would drop. And you know what would happen next? Well, the prisoner's head will go this way, and that trunk over there is where the body is kept. Well, this deadly machine was last used in 1960, and it is now being displayed at this museum as a vivid reminder of the war's cruelty.
seen France. I thought it stopped in France. That was a shock. That it transported to a country like yours. I thought it was bad enough in France. Terribly sad, but I am very pleased it's here for people to go through, and I'm very pleased that we had the opportunity to go through it.
Other exhibits include photographs covering the use of napalm and phosphorus bomb, war atrocities such as the My Lai massacre, and the effects of Agent Orange dioxin. More than 40 years have passed. There still remain about 4.8 million Vietnamese people suffering from the consequences of Agent Orange dioxin. Many are the second and third generation of Agent Orange victims.
Cái hậu quả này nó còn nặng nề hơn rất nhiều đối với những gia đình mà có từ 2-3 nạn nhân trở lên. Như là chúng ta thấy ở đây thì là những có gia đình mà có 2-3 nạn nhân, như là hai anh em Nguyễn Văn Trường và Nguyễn Văn Lành ở Cam Lộ, tỉnh Quảng Trị. Như là bà Nguyễn Thị Nguyên tại tỉnh Nghệ An, khi mà bà sinh ra được 4 người con trai thì cả 4 đều bị ảnh hưởng bởi chất độc khai quang của quân đội Mỹ.
Father is actually was a Vietnam vet. I'm a little bit emotional right now just because I have been looking at all this, and I can't believe that anybody in this world would want to do this to anybody. It's very sad.
One of the most popular exhibits of the museum is one named Requiem. This is a collection of photographs on permanent display taken by 134 photojournalists from 11 nationalities. All passed away on the battlefields in Indochina, including Vietnam. Compiled by war photographer Tim Page and late photojournalist Horst Voss, Requiem brings an unbiased view on the wars in Vietnam.
I'm here with my friends. I know most of the men who die here. It's fantastic to see it full. It means that we did a good job. It means that at the end of the day, the fact that this place is full of people understanding history, understanding our country, understanding what we did, and the meaning of photography. My heart is heavy, but I am happy.
And that has been our tour to the War Remnant Museum in Ho Chi Minh City. I hope that you've had a meaningful time here with us today. Well, thank you very much for watching. This is Lan Anh, and I'll see you next time.
That has wrapped up this edition of Expat Living. Now do log on to vtv4.vn or youtube.com/vtv4go for more of our content. Goodbye for now. I'm Michael Liu on Expat Living.